Welcome to my world, everyone. This is Like It or Not with Michael Lane, and Michael Lane is who I be. I got some fresh new glasses here. Just got it, you know. Look at that. Nice, nice, nice. Much love to the beautiful, the lovely TJ. All right. The reluctant co-host. Hopefully she can be on my show. Maybe she can join me again. She did join me once for a vlog, but video that I produced. But hopefully she can join me on both ends. It's been a long time, so we miss you, TJ. Thank you. Love you. And I love each and every one of you all out there. And I sound like my beginning of my radio show where I say, thank you for joining me for yet another edition of L.I.O.N. That's Like It or Not with Michael Lane, right here on Smack Tongue Radio, aka SmackTongue.com. Okay, now let me get back to this video here. Donald Trump. Of course, everybody's what they call punching bag. I have questions about Donald Trump, but I love Donald Trump. But I still have questions. I have questions for every candidate, because none of them are perfect. But there's something going on here when it comes to Donald Trump. You got Fox liberal noise. They've always been liberal. They just been Republican. They just more to the right, more to the liberal right. That's all they've been. They've always been to the liberal right. That's why they use terms like far left, because they can accept the left. But anyway, this guy from Univision, Jorge Ramos, he is such a joke. And he's given Donald Trump, as you all know, they played it over and over and over again. But I want you to know something. This was orchestrated. This was not, if you all think that Jorge Ramos only was in just doing this and pulling the strings and trying to make this, if you think that was it, oh, we got problems. We got problems. We have big problems. Now, it may be that Fox News had something to do with it. We all know that Univision has something to do with it. We all know that the rest of probably Hillary Clinton, the rest of the Democratic Party, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, her crazy self, they all of them, the media itself, Twitter, everybody around it. Because immediately, it seemed like he wasn't even thrown out good. It seemed like he was almost out the door. Then the tweets start coming in. I mean, everybody just started, the tweets and the Facebookings from these only the left, the loony left, the media, CNN and all these other loon balls. They started to post stuff almost immediately. Just take a look at this, and I'm going to point out something to you. Just take a look, and I'm going to prove it to you that this was straight up a fraud. This was a fraudulent, orchestrated. Take a look at this.
Okay, who's next? Yeah, please. Excuse me, sit down. You weren't called. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Go ahead. No, you don't. You haven't been called. Go back to Univision. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You cannot deport 11 million people. You cannot build a 1900 wall. You cannot deny citizenship to children in this.
Sit down, please. You weren't called.
I'm a reporter and don't touch me, sir. Don't touch me.
Go.
You cannot touch me. I have the right to ask a question. I have the right to ask a question.
Yes, go ahead.
That's Jorge Ramos
Hi,
of
Jim,
Univision.
yes.
He's being.
Saw that? Okay. And I knew later on it was going to do all kinds of, like you got MSNBC and all these other clowns, and NBC, all these clown networks, ABC, lifting this man up, who is not a journalist. He is even deeper. People, a lot of people compared him to Al Sharpton. Oh, he's deeper than that. First off, he's smarter than Al Sharpton. Now, that's not saying much, but he's smarter than Al Sharpton. Al Sharpton is posing as a pimp pastor. This dude is posing as a journalist. So he gives you and I the news his way, his fraudulent way. So he's free to lie or whatever he wants to do. But he's an activist. And this activist, who was not outraged, he wasn't mad at Donald Trump. Nobody's mad like. You've never seen anything like that. Come on. And it's about illegal immigration. Before a question was asked, this man just, boom. That was the thing. But did you see the last part? Because I'm trying to make it correlate. I'm going to correlate this to all the tweets and all the Facebooks of the far left. When these Looney Tunes started tweeting and Facebooking saying that Donald Trump threw Jorge Ramos out. He kicked him out. That's a lie. They couldn't even make that up. I mean, that was so obvious. In case you missed it, let me show you the small part of it. I'm going to show you a different version of it. And you tell me, all right? Now, take a look again at this part.
Sit down, please. You weren't called.
Now, I just heard Geraldo. He said, well, you know what he meant when he did that signal. He meant to kick him out. Then if he did that head signal, that meant to get rid of him and kick him out. Why, when the man walked up to Jorge Ramos, he said, sit down. You have not been called. Would you say that if you motioned to a man to throw him out? No, you wouldn't. He said, sit down. You have not been called. It was the security guy that extended his hand out and said, this way. That means he kicked Jorge Ramos out, not Donald Trump. But hold up. Here comes the orchestration, because they knew that at some point Donald Trump, this is what they wanted, Donald Trump to lose his cool and kick him out. Now, this is what Donald Trump did that I kind of disagree with. He let Jorge back in and actually started answering questions from him. No, you don't do that when you disrespect me. And you don't please the fact that everybody's making a big, oh, no, oh, this is getting bad publicity. It wasn't getting bad pub. Because we know that when people come after you, they fail. It makes you more popular. Remember how Macy's came after you? Serta and all these other clowns? Where are they going? What's happening with them? How good are they doing? And how good are you doing? That's my point. So you should not have let that liar in, because he's a liar. He's not a journalist. He's a liar. This is a scam. This is all made up, and this is just the beginning of the loony left and their tricks. Use your brains. You all been exposed. Like it or not.